Voici and Hansen, they'll start it off. We're ready to go here from Edmonton. We are underway. Let's have some fun here on a Sunday afternoon for the 18th annual Teddy Bear Toss. It's dumped into Prince Albert territory. A bouncing puck along the left wing boards. Hansen, who scored the goal in 2023, he'll pick it up in the neutral zone. Back to the blue line, knocked away. MacKenzie there to support. He'll pick it up. He'll try and go rink wide to Parker Alkos. Gathers off the near boards and across the red line, fires it in. Comes around to the near wall, and Christensen gets tossed into the end boards. No penalty coming, as more of just lost his footing, and puck gets caught into the right wing corner as 28 seconds gone in this first. Malenko with Iginla and Sauchin. To the right of Orshilak. Oil Kings have dominated the first couple of shifts here. Lyndon Barrett swings it around to the far side, up the far boards, and out all the way down into Oil King territory. They're going to wave off the icing call, and back for it there is Parker Alkos. Alkos, a rink-wide feed intended for MacKenzie, just a little bit out of his reach, and picked up here by Korkish for the Raiders. He'll send it in and get crunched along the wall by Miroslav Holinka. Now MacKenzie trying to go through the middle, picked up by Lucas Sauchin. He'll skate the other way here for Edmonton. Sauchin left wing side into the Raider zone. He'll try and drive it to the net. Sauchin cutting in, jamming away. It's waved off. Are the Bears going to start flying?
Just get the feeling that the fans just want to explode.
Oh yeah. Well, a penalty kill here for Edmonton. It was 4 for 4 against Red Deer 2 nights ago. Left side, Daxon Rudolph. He'll try and send it towards the net. Deflected wide, rebound in front, and a great save by Simcoe on a bouncing puck. He got it with the left pad. Cleared off a stick and out of the zone. It trickles back into Prince Albert territory. We're not quite 2 minutes gone here in this first period. Out with it come the Raiders. Wheeling through. Was dropped there by Cripps. And into the Edmonton zone, Oiring lost control and then fired the length of the ice by Andrew O'Neill. Cripps, he'll skate ahead for PA through the neutral.
All three of those guys will be off to the World Junior Championship as teammates to play for Czechia in about 3 weeks' time.
Oh, now there's the guy who scored in 2023, Landon Hansen, swings it back to the blue line for Ethan MacKenzie. Lucas Sauchin remains in the box for 40 seconds and has smacked the length of the ice.
Oh, what an opportunity, though, for Edmonton.
Skating ahead, there's Cripps. Drop feed. Wheeling in, there is Boychuk. Now it's sent behind the net. Onto the left wing boards, Oiring. Trying to muscle it low. Now it's worked out by Oiring, trying to center it, scores. Max Heisey.
For those watching, Noah Ta'amu wearing a cage because during the BC road trip took a puck in the face, right? So he is not an affiliate player.
Yeah. Shot from the blue line, Alkos sent just wide. Now Iginla behind the net. Works it behind to Sauchin, Lucas Sauchin. Right side, he thought he had maybe sent the Bears flying a few minutes ago. Did not, instead took a penalty. Down to the right wing corner. There's Iginla trying to gather a bouncing puck. He got sandwiched by a couple of Raiders. Comes to the left side for Ethan MacKenzie. Down low, just handcuffs Iginla a little bit. And up the near side, bouncing to the red line. Here's Holinka. Saucers it across, left wing. Here comes Ethan MacKenzie. He'll drive it wide. MacKenzie, circle, centers it. Iginla! Penalty coming. As Iginla, I don't know if he really ended up getting a shot away. Holinka now, right circle, waits, trying to feed it across, and touched up by the Raiders. Power play coming to Edmonton. %. To the right of Orshilak. Back to the blue line, Miroslav Holinka. Left side, there's Sauchin. Gets it low, Iginla. Trying to center it, and tied up was Sauchin. Now Curran on the near side got tied up and sent to the ice. And Simcoe out of his net to play it. They'll leave it for Ethan MacKenzie. Boy, has he been tremendous for the Oil Kings this season. Holinka leaves it for MacKenzie. Right wing side, Iginla gets crunched along the boards. To the left side, Curran pounces on it. Bouncing puck cleared the length of the ice and knocked down by Simcoe. He'll leave it for Blake Fiddler.
Underway, and Prince George and Victoria are tied 2-2 after 40 minutes.
To the left of Ethan Simcoe, one here by the Oil Kings. A bouncing puck picked up here by Parker Alkos. He'll gallop ahead, send it across to Ethan MacKenzie. Trying to spin away from a check, drive it down the left wing. MacKenzie trying to deke his way through and create a little bit of room. It deflected around off a couple of skates, and the Raiders will pick it up. They'll skate the other way with it, and it's Daxon Rudolph. Winds his way in, left wing side, trying to cut it back to the middle. Knocked off his stick by Max Curran, and then Curran kind of able to reverse hit there on Maddox McHaggerty, the newest member of the Prince Albert Raiders. He's played 2 games, 2 goals. Curran, a nice move through center, slides it into the Raiders zone. None of his teammates could get to it though. Back at the line, held in by MacKenzie. A bouncing puck, he'll sweep it low, got it to the half boards, but no further. Raiders go D to D, and Christensen up the near side, got it to Sievertson. Behind the Edmonton net, and Ethan Simcoe plays it over to MacKenzie. He'll skate ahead. MacKenzie hooked up, and surprised there was no call there. Not sure how. There is one. It was the back ref that called it. I was looking at the one on the near side, so I apologize.
Having a discussion with the referee about that call.
To the right of Orshilak. And picked up here by the Oil Kings off the draw. Miroslav Holinka. Right wing side, MacKenzie. Back up top, MacKenzie. Now Holinka, faking, down low. Curran, back across, off a skate, and intended for Lucas Sauchin, but didn't quite get to it. MacKenzie back in his own end here for the Oil Kings. He'll get it right side for Holinka, drive it into the Raiders zone. A nice move. Holinka just had it knocked away, though, back to the line. Couldn't be held in there by MacKenzie. All the way back to recover the Oil Kings. 8:40 to go here in this first period. MacKenzie slowly works it ahead.
Yeah, slowly. How about some urgency? Get up the ice.
Drop feed, Holinka winding ahead into the zone. He'll give it to the left wing side for Sauchin. Smacks it behind the net, intended for Hansen. Now along the wing, there is Max Curran. Swept it to the blue line. Here's MacKenzie. Down low for Max Curran. Right wing circle. Up top for MacKenzie. Looking for a lane. A shot deflected. Just wide. Orshilak may have gotten a piece of it. Here's Sauchin now. Left wing circle. Back to the blue line. Holinka. Sauchin. One-timer stop. Rebound cleared away. As a big pad save by Orshilak. Holinka behind the edge. It just rolled off of his stick as he was jumping up in the rush. A couple of bodies hit the ice on the left wing half wall. Oil Kings on the forecheck, they'll keep things moving. A centering feed from Max Curran, hit a skate, and out of the zone it comes. Curran back in his own end for Ethan MacKenzie. Far side, Curran trying to get it to Yeko, delayed offside. It won't be called though, but now flip the other way. Here come the Raiders trying to drive it to the net, spinning around there. Meunier to the trailer. Matches man walks in, a shot blocked, and comes bouncing up the far side. Yeko trying to sweep it away and out. Couldn't quite get it out, and missed by a couple of inches. MacKenzie swings it behind the net there for Fiddler. Up to Adam Yeko, through the middle, just out of the reach there of Paul Anderson. Now knocked around and trying to slice through the defense. Here comes Ethan MacKenzie, trying to drive it to the net. A backhander is stopped by Orshilak. On the near side, Meunier through the middle, off the near boards, and a bouncing puck just misses Alkos. Simcoe out to play it, and they'll blow it. 4:49 to go here in the first. We get our
23 left to go here in the first period. As you mentioned, 9-4 the shots in favor of the Oil Kings. A couple of their better chances didn't end with a shot.
Yeah. Draw one here by the Raiders. Christensen goes D to D. Flipped into the Edmonton zone. Behind the net, Fiddler trying to swing it up the far boards. Picked free from the crowd, and out with it comes Ethan MacKenzie for Edmonton. MacKenzie dishes, left side trying to center it. MacKenzie bouncing puck to the net, and everybody kind of goes flying into towards the Raider net. A penalty is coming to PA by the look of things. Cleared out of the zone by the Raiders.
Heard Jason Smith in your pregame chat talk about on Friday, they're kind of stagnant on the power play, standing around. I'm seeing that right now from the Oil Kings too.
Ethan MacKenzie has to circle back and wait for everybody to get set. Now they'll get going. Here comes MacKenzie. He'll dish left wing side for Max Curran. Curran through the neutral zone, right wing, and Akinla got his stick on it at least. Into the right wing corner it goes, and now the Oil Kings can get to work on the forecheck and recovering it. Akinla to the blue line. Right side, MacKenzie walks it across. Here's Max Curran. Curran to the middle. Max Curran left side for Lucas Sauchin. Works it up high. Sauchin to the slot. His shot, he hit iron! Over to the far board. Trying to clear it out, held in by Sauchin. A nice job there. Now MacKenzie trying to get it across for Sauchin. Couple of Raiders sticks getting in the way. Another beautiful chance for Edmonton. A stretch feed to the blue line for Ethan MacKenzie. He'll skate ahead again as the penalty is over. Edmonton down the left side. Ethan MacKenzie. He'll try and center off a skate. And the Raiders pick it up. They'll skate ahead for Prince Albert through the middle, flipped in by Brock Cripps to the corner. Doobie is there, picked free from the crowd by Sauchin, out to the middle. Now it's not free. Sauchin and Iginla may have numbers on a partial 2-on-1. Sauchin trying to drive it to the net, to the slot, still with it, right circle. Sauchin takes it behind the net, out to Alkos. His shot is blocked. Comes to the near board, crunched along the wall, keeping it moving. Alkos down to Lucas Sauchin. He'll spin on the right corner. Sauchin looking back. There we go. Raiders win the draw to start things off in this second period, and we'll take it up the near side and flip it into the Edmonton zone. Behind the net, Ethan MacKenzie. He'll gallop ahead for the Oil Kings to the near side for Landon Hansen. He'll chip it deep and send it around to the far side. Ignoré. Back out into neutral ice, picked up by Andrew O'Neill. He'll flip it down the left wing and into the left wing corner of the Raiders zone. Hansen in on the forecheck, try and keep it moving. He'll get free. He'll center it, looking for O'Neill, just a bit out of his reach. To the right wing side, Andrew O'Neill to the blue line. Alkos, D to D. MacKenzie to the net and blocked. Now a bouncing puck. Goysick just sent it wide. Christensen far side, crunched along the wall, comes just out of the zone. Oil Kings reset at the red line. Behind the Prince Albert net, Christians, Yeko, they'll gather it at the left point now, take it right wing side, Josh Lee. He'll spin away from a check to the blue line, Yeko, D to D, MacKenzie on the left side, he'll spin off a check. Ethan MacKenzie chips it across, intended for Yeko, and almost had the back door play there, but didn't quite get to Adam Yeko.
It's a great thought, though, in recognition of the way the play was opening up.
Anderson from the right wing corner sends it behind the net. Onto the near side. Alkos, he'll spin away. Alkos now driving to the net, left circle. His shot, glove save made by Orszalak. What a move from Parker Alkos.
I don't know why I didn't notice it earlier. Orszalak, a right-handed catch.
Yeah.
Like Josh Ravensburg up from Prince George.
There's more and more of them, it seems like. More and more of the southpaws. Down the right wing. Christensen for Prince Albert into the Edmonton zone. He'll swing it towards the net, went through the slot, and picked up on the left side by Ollie Chenier. A bouncing puck on the far half wall. Picked up here, Cage Smith. He'll swing it around the near side. MacKenzie works it up to Brady Craik. Now Craik through the middle for Smith. He gets bumped and knocked the puck free, but the Oil Kings able to recover, and Ethan MacKenzie back in his own zone. MacKenzie trying to wind ahead and fires it deep into the Raiders zone. Onto the right wing side, there's Christensen, chips it to the line, not out. Cage Smith was there, now a nice job by Brady Craik. He's in on a breakaway, here's Andrew O'Neill, in alone, O'Neill through the forehand, and trying to go to the backhand, I should say, trying to go 5-hole, and just couldn't get it by. Another gorgeous opportunity for Edmonton. Down the right wing, Aiden Neuering sends it to the corner, Korkish behind the net. Over to the far side for Konju Goysick. Ahead for O'Neill. Redirected it out to center. An errant stick, a broken stick kind of sitting in the middle of the neutral zone. McHaggerty behind the net. On the far side, he's battling with Blake Fiddler. It comes free. And Iginla. Loose puck. Hansen got it to the Raider blue line. Makes a change. To the near wall. Cripps out through the middle. Into the Edmonton zone. Korkish. Chip it around behind the net. Trying to get to it is Ethan MacKenzie. Stretch feed all the way down, just wide of the net of Orszalak, and 14:19 to go here in this second.
But he is okay, back to the bench.
Face off to the left here of Simcoe. Picked up by Blake Fiddler. We'll smack it behind the net. And there's Josh Lee. Redirected around, and now Korkish into the zone. Sent behind the net to the far side. Lucas Sauchin chips it off the wall and out, but not very far. And now it's it must have hit someone in the Raider bench.
Yeah. Really tough opponent. Oil Kings have looked good here so far tonight, but the Raiders can be chomping at the bit to get back in and get the lead back here.
Well, we're back underway, and the Raiders with possession. Rudolph up the near wall, and the Raiders have been sitting in their dressing room for the last little while here as they got things sorted out. A misplayed puck behind the Edmonton net. Ethan Simcoe able to recover. Now Alkos on the far side. He'll flip it high through the zone and off the far boards. Raiders will quickly turn it back the other way. Cross ice feed for Heisey to the middle. Doobie tied up by O'Neill, recovering on the back check there to avoid the opportunity.
Looked like Simcoe caught an edge there and wiped out in his crease.
Now into the crease, Doobie. Christensen to the left side. He'll chip it below the goal line. There's Aiden Oiring. Oiring on the near wall, down to the right side for Rudolph. He'll shoot off the shoulder of Simcoe and out of play. 12-12 to go here in this second period. Taken away here by the Oil Kings. And there is Mr. Teddy Bear 2025. It's Joe Aginla cutting in. Now across, looking for Reese Peterson. Couldn't find him. Did Lucas Sauchin. Back to the way is Brock Cripps cutting in. Drop feed. Swiped away by the active stick of Ethan MacKenzie. Now he'll steal. Trying to bank it off the board. Slides through a check. Oil Kings the other way with numbers. 4-on-3 into the zone. Drop feed. Sauchin. He'll shoot. That one is blocked. Deflected over to the right wing side. And now it's knocked down. Sauchin, right wing corner. Looking back door. MacKenzie in the crease. Couldn't get it to go. Another chance. Holinka. That one is stopped by Orszalak. Then Cripps will take it to center and send it into the Edmonton zone.
Really long shift for Lucas Sauchin, but couldn't get off the ice because the puck kept following him around.
MacKenzie tried to go D to D or to the near side off a stick, up and out of Smith. Behind the Raider net, Orszalak. Poke it behind and now trying to work it ahead is Daxon. Rudolph, a nice move out through the middle. There comes Rudolph to center, right up the gut. Onto the left side, a drop feed from Bebo, and now it's taken away. Oil Kings the other way. Here's Landon Hansen. Touch feed to MacKenzie into the the Raider zone. MacKenzie a centering feed. Couldn't quite find Goysick. Now all coast back across for O'Neill, who's covering. Back into the Edmonton zone. All coast now to Hansen on the near wall. He'll chip it by and get it to all coast. He'll spin away off the boards and couldn't quite get it to his man. It's intercepted by Heisey into the left wing corner for Prince Albert. Behind the net for Doobie, and now it comes around to the near wall. Oil Kings trying force it up the near side. Hansen there, Goysick as well, trying to knock it free. Heisey for Prince Albert gets it loose. It's swung behind the net. And O'Neill and Mann, they collide on the far half boards. Squirts free right onto Simcoe. He's going to hold on with 8:30 to go in this second period. That you would have liked to send the Bears flying a little earlier. Onto the near side, skating ahead. Here's Holinka, deking his way in. Now stops and leaves it for Lucas Sauchin. He'll drive it wide to the corner, cutting out in front. And now comes to MacKenzie, right wing circle off the loose puck. His shot, score! Lost to the side of the net there.
That's a tough one for Simcoe because he had come over so hard.
Yeah. Because
it looked like the play was going to be on his right side, and it ended up quickly transitioning to the other.
Face off just outside the Raider line. It's sent into Prince Albert territory and knocked off the stick of Goysick. He had to gather it. Hansen picked up the loose puck but couldn't enter the zone yet. Working it out here is Cripps through center for Prince Albert onto the right wing side. Doobie bouncing puck to the right corner. Cripps a centering feed deflected. Nice active stick there by Konju Goysick. He'll pick up the loose puck and try and send it ahead to Hansen. Didn't quite get it to him. Was knocked off by a stick of the Raiders behind the net. And cleared out. Cripps got a piece of it. So, oh no, it will be icing. Apparently they didn't get a piece of it. And 5:25 to go in the second. Face off come all with. Draw one here by the Oil Kings, sent behind the net to the far side. Konju Goysick ahead for Landon Hansen, got a piece of it into the Raider zone. He'll try and jump by the check from Christensen. The two of them collide in the right wing corner. Push up the far wall, flip it through the middle. Curran lays a check, now a 2-on-2 the other way. Raiders drive it down the right wing side. Here's Rudolph, a shot, scores. For Anderson, he'll send it deep and make a line change. Raiders back for it. There is Lyndon Barrett, skates ahead for Prince Albert. Barrett flips high, left wing corner. Off the boards, picked up by Allcoast, up the far side for Sauchin. Now to Miroslav Holinka. He'll wind through the neutral zone into Raider territory. The shot, it's offside. Yeah, Holinka obviously, you know.
Oh, I guess Holinka is too old, so it won't be him.
But they probably know each other in some sense, playing for the national team and through different ventures. Matches man, far side, and deflects around, and now it bounces out of the zone. Sievertson winds into the Edmonton zone, knocked off his stick. MacKenzie pestering him. Trying to push it forward. MacKenzie comes free. Now the other way, here's Maddox McCaggerty again. McCaggerty trying to drive it wide, cutting to the net. It's stopped by Simcoe. Trying to center it. Now it's banked off the boards and out. Now a slow roller into the Raider zone. The icing waved off.
It's probably Simcoe's best save of the game.
Yeah. Fortuitous bounce for Adam Yeko right to him, and we are all knotted up once again.
On the near side, MacKenzie, Alcos ahead for Goysick. Chipped in, Landon Hansen picks up the loose puck. Right wing half wall. Back to the line, Alcos. From the blue line, shot is blocked. Now it's picked up and taken the other way by Daxon Rudolph for Prince Albert. Right wing side for Doobie. Knocked away, and Ethan MacKenzie behind the net. MacKenzie slides by a check. Up ahead, Hansen to the middle. Goysick on the left wing. Goysick driving it to the net, looking for the deflection from O'Neill. And puck or net gets knocked off.
Well, with that mustache he's got right now.
Yeah. Sent behind the Raider net. Here's Justice Christensen with 90 seconds to go in the period. Now it's pushed ahead. Goysick on the intercept. Right circle shot stopped. Rebound and swallowed up by Orszalak. And Konju Goysick. Yeah, it was 17. It was 22-17 in favor of PA. Yeah, so Edmonton did end up winning that game, and they've had well upwards of that in this one. Kind of shovel it up the near side in the Edmonton zone and down into below the goal line of the Edmonton end. O'Neill slides it up the wall, trying to get it to Hansen. He was tied up with Heisey. Comes down to the near corner. Cross ice there. Now Goysick got it to MacKenzie up ahead for O'Neill. Bouncing puck into the zone. It's offside as Hansen touched it up, and faceoff will come inside the Reese Peterson. Skates ahead to the red line. Sends it in off the right wing corner board. Trying to smack it out. And now comes up the near boards out to neutral ice to the Edmonton blue line by the Raiders. Oil Kings reset. Alcos far side for MacKenzie. He'll drive it down the left wing. MacKenzie stops up, waits, trying to center it. Knocked away, comes behind the net. Max Curran on the right wing. He'll get it across and intended for MacKenzie in the left circle. Couldn't quite get it to him. Marker Alcos. MacKenzie across for Cage Smith, and that's batted back out to the red line. Oiring knocked ahead, now a partial 2-on-1. Heisey trying to go back door, and what a defensive play by Ethan MacKenzie. Gets the stick out and hooks it away from the cross ice feed. On the near side, Alcos from MacKenzie. Skates ahead, cross ice, working it into the zone is Caden Strader. And off of Ethan Simcoe. Up the near side to the line, Bennett Kelly, he'll shoot through traffic, deflected wide up the far boards. Anderson's able to get it to the line, not quite out though. Ethan MacKenzie picks up the loose change, out through the middle. Here comes Anderson, he's already got one tonight. He'll drop it, now Yeko got it from Curran, sent across, MacKenzie, circle, shoots, and a stick save made by Orszalak, trying to get it up to the wall to Yeko, and just bounces away from him. Alcos, now Yeko, kicked around and settled by Max Curran. He'll flip it left wing side. There's Ethan MacKenzie, trying to drop it back to Yeko, just out of his reach. Now hustling back, Parker Alcos. He's being chased there by Meunier. Swept behind the net. Yeko back to recover for Edmonton. Now working up the boards, trying to get it to Curran underneath the Raider that's there. Now it's bounced out to center. Flipped in by Rudolph. Behind the Edmonton net, MacKenzie sweeps it around for Blake Fiddler. Chip to the near side. Here is Max Curran. Fired across. Now MacKenzie to center, redirected in by Yeko, and a line change coming for Edmonton. On the near wall, bouncing puck comes into the Edmonton zone. O'Neill for Edmonton, he'll cut through center. O'Neill, right wing side, into the Raider zone. He'll fake and try and take it wide, but he's met along the near boards. There by Brock Cripps, along the right half wall. Puck still moving along, and now Sauchin behind the net. Lucas Sauchin picks it free on the left wing side. Bouncing puck. Now Aginla from the boards. Aginla right side. There is Alcos. Now it comes free to the circle. A shot! It's stopped by Orszalak, and a penalty is coming to who though?
The Oil Kings had
quite get to it. Oil Kings have to regroup. Now they'll re-enter. Here is Alcos. Drops it. Curran. Now Alcos gets it back to the blue line. Ethan MacKenzie. He'll throw it towards the net. That one blocked. And Heisey will pick it up for PA. Knocked off of his stick. Back to the Raiders zone, and matches man ahead. Doobie into the Edmonton zone. Cutting it to the middle. His shot deflected and wide of the net. Lucas Sauchin swings it behind. There for Ethan MacKenzie. Up to Aginla. To center. Flipped ahead. Just out of the reach of Holinka. And he's able to get there, though, to beat out the icing. Into the right wing corner. He'll leave it on the cycle for Lucas Sauchin. He got it taken away by Owen Korkish. Puck sitting behind the net, though, and now swung around to the far corner. Pin in the Raiders zone to the right of Orshilak, and it's fished free. Out to the circle, the shot stopped by Orshilak. Parker out to the red line. Now the blue, he'll just flip it in as he saw teammates changing. Behind the net, Rudolph, he'll leave it to Christensen on the near side. Sent up the wall, held in at the red line, kicked ahead by Alcos. O'Neill, he'll just chip it into the Raiders zone. Right wing corner, and behind the net is Rudolph for it. Over to the far side, bounced out to the red line, and Ethan MacKenzie. He'll work it right up the middle. MacKenzie driving his way into the Raiders zone. He'll take it wide. MacKenzie centering feet into the slot. A shot and deflected. Konju Goisic was right there and had a shot. I don't know if Orshilak got a piece of it. It hit a few things on its way, it looked like. Christensen behind the net to Daxon Rudolph. 6:20 to go here in this third. Bouncing puck to the near side. Knocked around and squirts free. Andrew O'Neill into the Raiders zone slowly. Now drives it wide. Andrew O'Neill behind the net. He'll take it left wing side to the blue line. MacKenzie drives it, and the shot is blocked on the bit of a one-timer look there from Ethan MacKenzie. Into the Edmonton zone. Centering feed. A backhand chance. Stopped by Simcoe off the stick of Riley Boychuk. To the right of Orshilak. Knocked down was Curran off the face-off, and it's cleared out just barely by the Raiders, and Ethan MacKenzie was able to glove it down, but then had it knocked away. A rattling puck through a couple of feet. Now it's picked up by Max Curran. He'll carry it at center, now settles it down for Edmonton. Curran to center. Trying to chip it on the right wing side and in. He gets it not very deep, but Kelly now goes D to D, and the Raiders will work it ahead to the near side, and Cripps chips it in. Behind the Edmonton net, swung around on the right wing side. Now Heisey will try and smack it low. It's pinned there by Parker Alcos. Comes free. Now Doobie knocked free by MacKenzie. Tried to go across and off a skate. Comes up to the near boards. There is Alcos knocked away as Oiring is on it. Almost stolen there. Behind the net comes free to the right circle. Oiring, and it just bounces away from Daxon Rudolph somehow. Oil Kings trying to make changes here. Christensen kicked ahead. One here by the Oil Kings. MacKenzie sends it the length of the ice. Ooh, took an odd bounce off the end boards. Orshilak had to sidestep away from that one. Cripps through center, drops it. Rudolph knocked away, stolen. Here's Landon Hansen down the right wing side. Hansen to the net. It's stopped by Orshilak. He's got 4 shorthanded goals in his career. Boy, would that have been a great time to get number 5. Boychuk up high. Cripps right side. Back up top to Cripps. Left wing. Rudolph. Boychuk right circle. Takes it wide into the slot. The shot is stopped. Rebound in the crease. Jamming away. It's cleared away. Into the far corner, right wing side. MacKenzie in there with Hansen. Pinned along the boards. 3 minutes to go in the power play. Just over 2 to go in this hockey game. To the blue line. D to D. Rudolph touch feed into the slot. Bouncing away from Heisey. Comes to the left wing side for Rudolph. Up top. There's Cripps. Rudolph. To the slot, shot, sent wide, rebound knocked away by MacKenzie. A nice job there trying to clear it out of the zone, didn't quite get there. Rudolph able to get a piece of it. Into the zone, Oiring, back up high, Cripps. Over to the right side, into the zone. There was Chenier, back to Chenier. One-timer swallowed up by Simcoe.
Great job by the goaltender to make.
To the right of Ethan Simcoe. Into the slot, a shot, stopped by Simcoe, rebound into the right corner. It's rung all the way around to the near side. And Rudolph along the wall, got it up high. Now trying to send it towards the net. There was Doobie as Heisey was cutting to the net. Pinned in the right corner though. Now it squirts free. Andrew O'Neill ahead for Landon Hansen. Drives it down the left wing, cutting through the middle. He got stopped, but killed off a few more seconds. Working it ahead are the Raiders, knocked away by Heisey and then sent the length of the ice by Landon Hansen. Boy, him and Andrew O'Neill have put in work on the penalty kill this season for Edmonton.
Good on Hansen to make sure he got it deep this time because he didn't 10 seconds earlier.
Seconds to go here in the third. A minute and a half to go on the penalty as Konju Goisic sits in the box. Here come the Raiders. Justice Christensen trying to deke his way into the Edmonton zone. It's knocked free. Just out of the zone it comes. Christensen once again to the far side. Sievertson into the Edmonton end. 25 seconds to go. Trying to swing it around and out. It does get all the way out. Into the Raiders zone it goes. 20 seconds to go here in the third period. Christensen ahead for the Raiders. Left side, Maddox McCaggerty trying to center it off a couple of sticks. Now trying to send it on goal. Cleared away to the blue line and out. Time will tick away here in the third, and we have overtime. Oil Kings have 51 seconds to kill on the Konju Goisic high sticking penalty. To the far side, Cripps will skate ahead for Prince Albert. Into the Edmonton zone, Heisey to the line. Now the Raiders get set up. Rudolph on the left side to the blue line for Cripps. Gets it across for Rudolph to the high slot. Circle waiting. Now across, Heisey again to the left circle for Cripps. High slot, 4-on-3 here. There's a shot from Rudolph, stopped. Rebound comes free. Got to wait at the watch at the side of the net. There's Aiden Neuring sitting. Up high, Heisey. Down low. To the high slot, Heisey. Shot blocker save made by Simcoe.
5 seconds.
Left circle, waiting, looking back door, they score.